Hello folks, Reloading Bench back with you once again on what is a rather gloomy Saturday mid-morning. I was out running errands, and a couple of weeks ago I happened to be about a half hour, 45 minutes away from home, and that city had a Harbor Freight, and you know me, I will always stop in a Harbor Freight. And I got some knickknacks and some stuff I needed, most specifically the wire brushes for welding and such. And as I was standing and waiting in the checkout, I saw these. And they're in all kinds of colors. White, red, black, blue, lime green, and I think that's, and a gray, like a steel gray. So a little bit lighter than the black. And what caught my eye was there's a couple of them, certain colors, red and black happen to be one of those, that are on sale for $15. Regularly, $20. Either $18.99 or $19.99. So I'm standing there going, oh, that's an interesting idea. Or it's a great price for the product, because I think the first time I saw something similar was in Lowe's. And Lowe's had a little mini toolbox. So, leave it up to Harbor Freight, the master copiers. And I'm not going to say that Lowe's copied Harbor Freight or Harbor Freight copied Lowe's, but somebody had the idea first. And when you look at the price of the Lowe's mini toolbox, a lot more expensive than the Harbor Freight. And I don't think they came in a box. I think they were all just, out on the shelf. So, I mean, look at this. This is actually wrapped with some thought and care. I wouldn't have thought that there would have been that much care. But as I was standing in line a few weeks ago, wow, even the bottom has cardboard. Wow, I'm going to say that's nice attention, surprising attention. And these are keepers. Love using this kind of stuff for, paint projects and whatever. What does it say about it? It's U.S. General. It's a 5-pound weight capacity, easy open drawers, ball bearing slides, lid remains open, over 90%, rust resistant powder coated finish, aluminum door trim for durability, and magnetic drawer locking mechanism. So, I mean, for $15, I would say, hey, this is a great Christmas gift for kids or youngsters or whatever. And again, while I was standing in line, waiting to check out a few weeks ago, and doing the mental gymnastics of do I want this, do I need this, and the need is always more subjective than the want. The want is always like, yeah, I kind of like that, I want that. The need, not so much. So as I was standing in line, I think I opened one, and I was like, oh wow, not bad. It has a little rubber, I'm like, oh, this is nice attention to detail. Then I went to pull up in the drawer. I'm like, oh, this is really nice. So cute. So cute. Great attention to detail. It looks like a big toolbox that just happens to be a mini toolbox. And I talked myself out of buying one of them at the time. And I drove home, and my drive home, I'm thinking about it, and I thought to myself, yeah, you should have probably picked one up. So then in the back of my mind, I printed, what did I do with that sheet? I printed this out, and I put it near my desk as a reminder that the next time I head out and there's a Harbor Freight in the general, and by the way, this is kind of heavy. This is really heavy. It's got to weigh a couple pounds. Does it say do not climb, blah, blah, blah? No, it doesn't. So is the 5-pound the max weight? Yeah, okay, 5 pounds per drawer. So 10 pounds total max weight. This thing's pretty solid. I will say, this is not, cheesy, super thin. This is relatively decent. But as I clean up my desk, my workbench, but as I drove home, I kept second guessing myself. And again, so here's the dimensions: 11 inches wide, 6 inches tall, 6 inches deep. As I was driving home and telling myself, "Self, you should have picked at least the red one up." So the red, because I like red. There's a lot of red on my bench. There's a lot of gear that's red. But then I started to think about, what could I use this for, other than it just being a cutesy thing or a gift for a kid. And then it struck me. Like a ton of bricks. Booyah. And for those who've been around a while, you know what this is. This is an old Outers Gunslick cleaning kit. So I thought, wow, what an opportunity to put together. I don't know if these will fit. Looks like they will, just barely. What an opportunity to put together, a cleaning kit. A different type of cleaning kit, meaning, I don't know if that'll close with that on there. Oh, it will. Okay. So, and this looks like it's probably a little bit bigger and better. I don't know if that'll close now. Oh, it will. Look at that. All right, happy camper. So, when I look at, I don't know. So obviously I will rearrange this when I'm off camera. But when I thought about doing this, like, oh, this would make a good idea for a cleaning kit. I don't know if I like that. And the more I thought about it, the more I liked the idea of, doing a cleaning kit. And here we are. Now we have a cleaning kit. And it kind of fits all my stuff. Maybe it's time to get some more copper out of my bigger kit to include. Oopsie! Time to get a new bag to include. And I use the pure copper, not the copper coated. So this is from the scrubbers of yesteryear that were actually pure copper. And steel wool is great for cleaning rust. Yeah, this is okay. These are old. I don't need to replicate those. Oh, and a little jig for the Bull Barrow 1911s. So, yeah, that's. Let me do something like this. Put this in back. So, obviously, this takes up significantly more space than this. But, whoops, and I'm probably going to have to do this. There we go. Takes up enough space. I think it was probably hitting that lip. This takes up enough space that, is it the best idea? Maybe, maybe not. But it's a different idea because, as you saw when I opened this, everything's kind of, there. And got to swish around and kind of find stuff. Whereas with this model, too bad it doesn't have handles. With this model, it's on the bench or it's off to the side. And as I'm cleaning, I'm just opening and grabbing what I need for the cleaning. In fact, will those be better there? Who knows? I don't remember what those are for. Shotgun, I think. But yeah, this is kind of cool. Maybe I'll do this like that. So again, to be able to have everything right in front of you, and maybe I'll get rid of something here on the bench, and this stays on the bench as, hey, here's my dry stuff, gun cleaning. Pew Pew cleaning. I don't know if the G word is a bad word on the tubes. But yeah, I think this is very cool. And then maybe I put these here. I don't know. We'll see how things evolve. But couldn't resist also picking up the black one, especially at, 15 bucks. This is well made for 15 bucks. It really is. The Lowe's, I don't remember if the Lowe's is a bigger size. I want to say it's the same footprint. It was definitely more expensive. I'll probably put a picture of the Lowe's right about now with the cost. And when you look at this online, I think on the Zon, it's like 38 bucks. Again, if I remember, I'll put that online with the price. Couldn't think there. All right, that is a wrap for now. So this is a great, in my opinion, way for a mini, very accessible Pew Pew cleaning kit on the bench or around the bench or other. I mean, there's plenty of places I can clean off and tuck this in so that I've got access. So that is a win for 15 bucks. Later.